I'm an Ijo man, okay? Get over yourself. My name is Terminal Priye Boxer.
Okay, I'm typing away. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Oh. What's that in your hand?
Yogurt. Why?
Is it yours?
Well, is it your own?
Yes, it is.
Good morning, Mrs. Banke. It's Miss, not Mrs. Or have you seen any children or husband coming out of my house?
May I help you something, sir?
The fuck?
Language, sir.
Hey, I just want to know more about sex.
Huh?
Sex is the forbidden fruit of it.
Oh my God!
Hi, T.
Stephanie. Hi, I think I'm in the wrong apartment.
Hi, you are in the right apartment.
You be a shower, you be on scare, you they do this, you they do this.
Okay,
It's
Mrs.
not good like
Mrs.
that.
Banke, with all due respect.
Where's the person?
Hello, welcome guys. This is Nollybitz. We are sitting on the couch and we're talking very interesting things. As usual, I am Adugunwa for Haru Freshness, and this is AFOREVO TV, the home of premium African entertainment. And today it's just us sisters in the studio. We're talking, sisters before misters. We're talking house rules. We're talking tolerance, patience. We're talking a lot of things. And I have these beautiful ladies, the cast and crew of the movie Rule Number 1, Sisters Before Misters. I'm most interested in the Sisters Before Misters part, because finally we have our own movement. Yeah, it's hoes before, girls before. Yeah, I said that on camera. But finally we have Sisters Before Misters. Tell me about this.
Well, it's a romantic comedy.
Okay.
Yes, it's called Rule Number 1.
Yes.
And we basically just tell the simplistic story of love, but not from the angle that people expect love stories to be told.
Yes.
Most people expect a love story to be told from the angle of a man and a woman, but we chose to come from the angle of two friends / like basically almost sisters, and how they deal with stuff, including how they deal with boys or men generally, in the mix. So
now this is Stephanie. I keep saying Stephanie. Her name is actually Kira, but she plays Stephanie in the movie Rule Number 1. Yeah. And were you the bookworm or were you the crazy one?
No, I was the crazy one.
She was the crazy one. You were the one that the crazy Snoopy neighbor kept attacking.
Always on, yeah.
And this is Lulu. She's a producer. Hi Lulu. How do you do?
That's good.
Okay, so you're the one we should ask about all the backstory, all the things that happens on set that they wouldn't want us to know. Tell us about that.
Actually, to be fair and truthful, our set was actually fun.
Everybody says that.
No,
I need to start acting.
No, our set was literally fun. We tried to make it as comfortable as possible, and because we didn't have a lot of cast, so everybody kind of bonded like family members. So
yes,
we were living in the same house, we were doing everything together. So it was actually fun. We didn't have any. And I just had one killer house. We had this house that wanted to kill us.
Everybody,
The house made all of us
sick.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Sick like the flu or sick like
we want to die.
Like allergies and all kinds of things.
Everything was acting up.
It was bad.
Yeah,
it's
like
and
the house
we stayed in the house for like 2 days. The house was out to get us. That's the only bad part.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, so seriously out to get us. But apart from that, even with that, even though the house was about to get us, we kind of we all went outside, we sang, we danced, we did random
just
things.
found
yes,
together.
And then came back into the house, and apart from that, there was nothing else. The set was fun. It was stressful, because we had to time constraints, but apart from that, it was fun.
Okay. And then, of course, we have Lindsay. I got that right?
Yes.
Now, this is a female director. And it's so nice to see that women are actually doing a lot more behind the camera. They're not just in charge of welfare. They're not just in charge of coordination. They're actually taking real... I wouldn't say important because every role is important. They're actually taking a position, more technical roles in filmmaking. Tell us about this movie and how it's affected you generally.
The movie, the story, we came up with the story together, me and Lulu.
Okay.
We came up with the story and got a writer to write the story for us. So we wanted to tell a story that would get people talking. So either you like it or you hate it. So, but people are going to talk. People are going to say, why that? Or why, you know, why is she doing that? Why did she do that? Or why did he do that? So you wanted to start a conversation with people, you know. So when we did a little screening with a couple of filmmakers, and that's exactly what happened. So we were happy that that happened because everybody was just like, why did you do it like that? You shouldn't have done that. And there was this whole, there was this whole argument going on between everybody. So yeah, so we intended to do something to, you know, get people talking, and, you know, we think we did.
Okay, now I know you are all interested in knowing how this movie is gonna, you know, just blow your mind. It's gonna be out in the cinemas from the 1st of June 2018.
Yeah.
And you can go and see it all over the country. And these ladies will be selling tickets and, you know, doing all the great things that they do, making you want to see the movie. Now, I'm really interested in discussing some of the house rules. Because it says rule number 1, sisters before misters. But I also want to know, what are the rules there were in the house between you and your sister?
I'm an Ijo man, okay? Get over yourself. My name is Tamino Priye Boxer.
Okay, I'm typing away.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Oh.
What's that in your hand?
Yogurt. Why?
Is it yours?
Well, is it your own?
Yes, it is.
Good morning, Mrs. Banke. It's Miss, not Mrs. Or have you seen any children or husband coming out of my house?
May I help you something, sir?
The fuck?
Language, sir.
Hey, I just want to know more about sex.
Huh? Sex is the forbidden fruit of...
Oh my God!
Hi, T.
Stephanie. Hi, I think I'm in the wrong apartment.
Hi, you are in the right department.
You be a shower, you be on scare, you they do this, you they do this.
Okay,
It's not good like
Mrs.
that.
Banke, with all due respect.
Where's the person?
Okay, rule number 1.
You can't say what rule number 1 is.
Okay, she can't say that. You have to listen.
No, actually, I was going to say rule number 1, right here, right now.
Oh, okay, we are here right
Rule
now.
number 1, right here, right now, is that we all must see rule number 1 come 1st June.
That's true.
And you will know all the rules. You will find, see, they are there. In fact, you can even add your own.
You can add your rule to it.
It's fantastic. In fact, you can make it a thing. It's amazing. I mean, I like the fact that, you know, you can come up with important or little casual fun rules, and you guys can always remind each other. Like, for instance, me and you can make up a rule right now. Like rule number 38. You know, you're not supposed to wear yellow on a Wednesday or a Thursday. I don't know, something like that.
I was going for yellow, mellow yellow. So I think in the end, these rules are still subject to how everybody wants to interpret it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I watched the trailer. You haven't seen the trailer, you need to see it now. Like, pause this and go and see the girl. Just wait till the end and then watch the trailer. Because the trailer was hilarious. You know, you see two people who were throwing pillows, having pillow fights, and you know, and then you see someone who panned another person. And I'm like, okay, this is serious.
Oh, that pan. Oh, that pan.
Yes, that pan. I'm wondering how that scene ended.
The most unexpected way.
June 1st. 1st, guys. I'm excited to see the movie already. It's June 1st. You should go and see it. But before I let you ladies go, I'd like for you to actually weigh in on something that is really, you know, it's something that is dear to me. I know it's also dear to you girls. You know, there's this thought that ladies do not support each other in the industry, and then we come out with this kind of movie which actually celebrates how friendships, two ladies, how, you know, I'm hoping that their friendship doesn't bulk under the weight of the man. I'm just hoping. So I'm going to sell this point. So it's true. So how does it feel to finally have something that positively, you know, brings light on this particular subject of women helping women?
Okay, if I'm really going to look at it from like a general perspective, right? I think that I think it's because, you know, we've grown up with this whole idea that it's a man's world, and therefore a woman has to go an extra mile to compete, to be able to stand on the same level. So I don't know why it seems that fact would make another woman feel bad about the fact that this woman has risen in you know, in an industry, in a world where men dominate and thrive, and as opposed to feeling proud or even feeling happy on her behalf that she's achieved, we tend to tear each other down. And I've psychologically tried to check that. I mean, I didn't study psychology or anything, but I read a lot about this stuff, and I realized that it's that whole mentality of it's us against men. But then when a woman crosses that bound, you start to feel like maybe she's, you know, manning up for you, basically. For instance, I'll give you a general example, and this has happened to me as well. You know, when you're friends with someone and like both of you are kind of like riding on the same level, and then maybe something good happens to you, maybe a relationship or, you know, a new job or a raise or something like that, exactly, and you start to feel like, you know, your friendship with this person is a little shaky, like it's starting to, there's some cracks in there. And sometimes it's not like she's not happy for you, it's just like maybe her wondering, why is all this stuff happening to my friend all of a sudden, it's not happening for me too as well. And that's the problem that we have. You see, men are very confident in themselves. So even though a guy would feel bad that, oh, my guy just bought a G-Wagon and I'm still struggling on the streets, he would be like, my guy, this G-Wagon is our own. And then and then he will, after that, even if he feels bad about it, he won't be looking at his friend like, oh, you went to go and I don't know what you went to do or whatever. He's just like, I must meet you on that level. But women, I think that we need to now start seeing ourselves more as allies, as opposed to we're in competition with each other because we're in a man's world. No, it's nobody made this a man's world. It's because we fed along with the perception. Like, nobody can come and tell me that, oh, you can't do this because you're not a man.
It doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't really work anymore. That's the truth, you know.
That's true.
And in the industry, I think maybe because we don't try to, and I'm speaking, I'm being as honest as possible. When I started in the industry like 12 years ago, I had a lot of industry friends and people that I used to hang out with and everything. And like, okay, because you work in the industry, so therefore it's logical that you guys will hang out together, because it's not like you can go and make friends with bankers and stuff. You're always with actors and everything. But 12 years ago, I learned a hard lesson that most of the time, especially with the industry, because of what we do, it's superficial.
Yes.
And it's sad. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, because if I meet you and I vibe with you and I like the fact that you're an intelligent, beautiful woman, I should want to actually get close to you and like, okay, I want to be friends with this person for real. Like, you know, get attached to you the way that you have a sister and you love your sister and all of that stuff. Men have that. Men have figured that, but they're actually even proud of it. You understand? But we need to get to that point, and I'm glad that we're telling this story with rule number 1, because we have to show that it is important for women to stand together, to uphold their friendship above anything else.
That's true. That's true, because there really are stories, like you said, of women, you know, becoming better than their friends, supposedly, and then the relationship just
ends, just crumbles. Yeah, and
it's not necessarily the friend. It's sometimes, because sometimes what happens is that women get to a stage where they feel, I've gotten to this position, nobody is allowed to come to where I am. So as opposed to helping,
because see what happens. Let me use our industry for instance. At least I've been here for like 8 years. The way it works is this: I have always done my own projects, so I've never had to work with work for anybody else, but I've worked with other women.
Yes.
Here's what happens. Women, you guys think women don't have ego. They have ego size of houses.
Yes.
Because what happens is this is how I want to do it, and if you don't listen to me, I'm going to throw a tantrum. Then I throw this mad huge tantrum, and then, you know, and they say, oh, it's a woman's thing. It's not really a woman's thing. I don't go screaming on set, for instance. It's not a woman. Stop it. You can just have a conversation. You don't have to lord over
everybody else.
Yes, you don't have to do that. And it's not really the subordinates that always, you know, feel jealous or feel bad. Or the women that enter power have a way of making everybody else look small or feel small. You go to a gathering of other producers, and maybe they have gotten to a point where you know, where you are, you know, or where they think they're better than you. They look down on you. It's that simple. And then if someone like me, if I get there and everybody else is just, you know, having attitude and stuff, what am I supposed to do?
Probably
like,
have
I'm trying to be nice. No, I don't have an attitude. I would just stay away from you. Do you know that? So I think it's that whole thing that, you know, I've come to this place and, you know, nobody else is allowed to be there with me. Or, you know, I think, but let's look at it this way. The writer of this film is a girl. The two writers are female. The producer is a female. The director is a female. Most of our crew is female. And we worked well.
So obviously it's changing.
It's possible.
It's changing.
We worked so well. We had so much fun doing it. The two cast that most of the cast is female.
Yeah.
The only guy in the movie.
There was one guy. Everybody else was female.
And she's like, I'm the only guy in this place. But we worked so well. There was no friction. There was no fighting or any of that. So I think it's changing, and I also think it's possible. I think it's possible for, you know.
Also maybe a state of mind, because to be honest, like there are people who, like she said, who have arrived, and the way that it's supposed to work is that you're supposed to get there and then help the one that are coming, so that we can maintain that, you know, that what's the called,
like a succession.
The lineage or the history, or, you know, maybe for instance, I use my industry because I don't know any other industry.
No, really, guys, you need to understand we're all mostly in the same kind of industry. It's all in the entertainment, and we're talking from what we know. We can't talk for bankers, we can't talk for those in the tech world. But I've had the opportunity to sit down with some of these ladies, and they have similar stories. So I understand where you're coming from. And I need to talk to you. You are, let's say, we're counting 5, 6 directors, you know, and female directors, and your name pops up. It's not not a lot of women have the opportunity to actually say, I've completed such a huge project, I'm an actor, I'm a director, and I've done great. How does it feel to actually be an example for other ladies, and what would you do differently for ladies to actually, you know, learn from you and benefit from your experience?
We need to believe in ourselves.
Yes.
I mean, just because it's usually guys that are directors or cinematographers or sound people or light people doesn't mean a woman can't learn and be good at it.
Yes.
So for me, it took a while for me to, you know, come into my own, to say, okay, I can actually do this. It's not like that I think I can do this. I know I can do this. Yeah. So I would, for the people that are coming, I would say to them they should believe in themselves quicker. You know, like, realize that you can do something and just go for it. Don't second guess yourself at any point about whether you can do it or not. If you know, just know that you can do it. And I think, you know, you get there.
That's really nice. Probably in another 5 years, I'll be directing as well.
It's possible.
Never know. Never say never.
Yes. So I'd like for us all to have our own house rules. Since you guys have decided not to tell us, she already has her.
Oh, I can tell you
one.
one.
Yeah, we can. No, we can. Yeah, we can.
Thursday.
I can actually tell you one.
I can tell you one. I know rule number 77.
Oh, there's a 77?
Yes.
There's a lot of them.
If it's in the fridge,
if it's in the fridge,
it's fair game.
Huh?
Yeah. So don't put your stuff in the fridge. If you don't want someone else, yes, anybody can have it.
Don't put it
in the fridge.
Okay. And do you have one? She's giving us 77. 38. I think I was 38.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rule number 5.
Okay.
Right? Don't get angry. Talk about stuff with your friend if you have a friend. So always just talk instead of just holding up to you.
You guys stay mad at each
You guys can't stay mad at each other.
Yeah, I think, and really, I think this is one of the reasons why we're having this problem as ladies. We like to talk, but when we're supposed to be talking, we do not talk.
Yeah.
Yes.
We keep quiet and allow it to sit
and
simmer.
Yeah.
You know, so I think
So,
that's very valuable.
yeah. So
I'm going to give you my own rule. And my rule is number 23. Go and see this movie in cinemas.
Bam.
Of June.
That's the
if
best
not,
rule.
you
I don't
have
know
a
about
problem
you.
with me.
That is the best. The best rule. That's it.
Thank you very much, guys. It's been fun with the ladies. Thank you very much, Kira.
Thank you.
Lulu. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
It's been fun with you girls. And of course, sisters before misters, rule number 1 will be out. Whoa. Wait. I saw your Instagram promo where it was like a fairy tale in the Lagos metropolis. I was like, oh yes. So guys, you need to follow them on Instagram, you need to follow them on every social media, and of course, like I said, rule number 23, go see this movie 1st of June in the cinemas all over Nigeria, and of course give us your reviews, because then those are the accolades we want to hear.
Please, we deserve some accolades. We are paid our dues.
You know.
Go, 1st of June, come and give us our accolades.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. I had so much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Now, do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. The handles are scrolling beneath, and of course, watch AFOREVO TV on every platform. Of course, and on YouTube, and come back for more. I am Hario Fashioners at Jugo. Stay tuned, guys.